Aloha, Earth Angels. It is I, Still Waters, here today for your energy update, your energy check in. Now, I do realize that currently my videos are a little backlogged, and I'm just gonna let it roll like that for a little bit as I get more, up to date. Um, but just when the reading finds you is when the reading finds you. So the energy is valid whenever the reading finds you. So the reading could find you months, years from now. It's still valid. So whenever you hear it, you're supposed to hear it for that point of time. Even though we're doing a general energy update of what's going on in the world, just the current energies that are happening, at least in my reality here, and what I'm putting out doesn't necessarily mean that it's the energy update it has spoiled. It's not spoiled. It's whenever it finds you is when it's supposed to find you. So, with that being said, let's get right into the energy update for right now. Starseed, fire. We got the reptilians again. Yeah, so the reptile brain and the star seed. Yeah, almost like two opposite sides of a coin. The reptilian and the star seed. So the reptilian represents that basic instinct, reptile, carnal, survival, that predatory instinct, that predatory sharp, predatory focused mind. You have that focus, that hyper focus on the gang, on the fire. Yeah, fire. So we also have fire element here. Passion. Maybe sexual passion or frustration. Maybe that's what you're going through right now. And you're kind of contemplating, you're thinking back about perhaps your past experiences. Maybe fantasizing about a past experience. Maybe it was like a passionate experience, sexually passionate experience that you've been thinking about. Maybe currently your life in that arena is unsatisfactory, and so you're thinking about it. You're fantasizing about it. You're fantasizing about how things could be different right now, just like they were in the past. Or maybe it wasn't even that way in the past. Maybe it's just your fantasy mind is so rich and so voluminous. Trying to come up with the words here. Um, you have a very rich and passionate imagination, and there's nothing wrong with that. That you have this imagination, and sometimes, it's hard to manifest what you can visualize and what you can imagine into this physical reality. A lot of the times this physical reality does not measure up to what we can dream in our heart, what fulfills our heart, what fulfills our body, our loins, what fulfills our passions in life. This current reality can often mirror back something that is not quite right. Maybe not necessarily totally unsatisfactory, but not quite there, not quite right. And so you're thinking hard about this, and you, as a star seed, deserve so much more than what you're receiving right now. You deserve so much more than what is being handed to you right now, which isn't much. It's not much. Or maybe it's too much in a direction that is not really what you dream. and what you desire. And that's something that you're going to have to come to terms with currently, that what you're getting is just not quite there, or maybe too much in a direction that is not exactly what you want. So let's clarify this a little bit, because this is interesting energy. Sorry about the sirens. I think that's down on the highway. It's not coming this way. Let's dig further into this energy, because this is really interesting. I've never really been confronted with this kind of energy in a reading before. This is very new to me. So, oh, crone energy, shaman energy. We've gotten this before. Yeah, and the visionary, and the visionary. Perhaps this unsatisfactory reality that you're experiencing is pushing you towards the truth. And the truth is that you are alone in this world. And that really sucks to hear. But it's not a bad thing. Because this truth, this fundamental truth of you being alone in this world, forces you to confront yourself and forces you into self appreciation, respect, love, self love, fully embodied self love. The desire to be fully embodied in this body, to be fully aligned with this body and this reality. This is what's failing right now in your reality. What feels like a failure is that you're feeling unsatisfied, or you're feeling taken advantage of or abused. It could be as extreme as abused. You're being taken for granted, that you're not being taken seriously, and you're being shot on. You're being shot on. And it hurts. It hurts to not be respected or seen. But that's something that you have to confront within yourself. Are you giving yourself respect, love, kindness, compassion, elation, pleasure, um, healing, care? In a lot of ways, this is lacking. And this is what you need to do, because you're going into this crone energy. And I'm not saying you're at that life phase or anywhere near that life phase, but you can use that as an example of crone energy, because a crone is someone who has been there, done that, is wise, who knows what she wants and who she is, who knows her place in this world and is at peace with that. That is crone energy. Now, there's a lot of old witches. I'm just going to say witches who are not in their crone energy and are not aligned and not self aware. It doesn't necessarily mean aged, it means wise, it means compassionate, it means you're in that Buddha phase, Buddha, and that, you know, your your presence is a healing presence for others as well as yourself, and the whole world, for animals, for plants. Crone energy, that's when you get into your gardening, herbalism, gardening. That could be something that you're passionate about, um, or animals, or helping children, teaching children. That's crone energy. And that's something, your shaman, your shamanic energy, the visionary. We're, we're really owning this right now in this time. This this visionary, yeah, visionary, caring for the planet, caring for those in need, and shamanic energy, reaching out to the heavens, reaching out to the heavens, reaching out to the all, and reconnecting one's own self to the all that is, which is you. You're just a dreaming spirit. And we'll explore that concept more later on, but let's kind of stick to our reading here. So you need to stop judging yourself, because when you judge yourself, you block your blessings, you block your vision, you block the light. You block the light when you're judging yourself. And when you're judging others, especially, you are blocking the light. When you revel in the suffering of others, because that's kind of easy to do. I'm going to just say it very bluntly. That's kind of easy to do. I know I'm guilty of that. Um, I'm definitely guilty of being putting myself above others when it comes to decision making, or how compassionate I am compared to you. Like, look at what I did. Look at how I'm showing up. And you're not showing up in that way, and that pisses me off. That's definitely my energy. And by doing that, I'm blocking my blessings, and I'm blocking the light from entering and helping to heal me. Because regardless, your success, your success and happiness is assured, but you have to be aligned with it. You have to be open to it. If you're not open or aligned to it, if you're aligned with suffering, if you're aligned with being disrespected, if you're aligned with um, being hurt, being forgotten, being cast aside, being having things taken from you, if that's what you're aligned with, because that's all you can really see currently, your blessings will wait. They will keep getting sidelined. Your wish fulfillment will keep getting sidelined. So you have to take bold action in this matter. You have to focus, sharpen that point, focus on your goals. Yeah, unwavering determination towards your goals. Um, really seeking yourself, seeking the core of who you are, so that you can redefine what your passions are and what really brings that fire into you, really reignites your fire, so that all this other stuff that's going around you, how you're feeling unsatisfied in life, by redefining what your passion is in this now at this time, and realizing where you're at as far as your knowledge, as far as your wisdom, and where you can begin from where you're at, not where you once were. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just like you're in a different place now. You're a different person now. From moment to moment, you're a different person. And because you're a different person, you have more in your toolkit to help you and to guide you. So from this point, you can take bold action to your wish fulfillment, to your emotional fulfillment, your physical fulfillment, your sexual fulfillment. You're going to be content. You're going to be gracious for the experiences that you're already having, and that the experiences to come, you're going to look at this world and your reality with fresh new eyes. Excitement will be re-injected into your loins, into your stomach, into your brain, into your eyes, into your heart. Everything is just going to be so much more rich and exciting and exhilarating. exhilaration. And we need that right now because we've been going through the liminal space, the moon energy, and we need that sun to come in and just reinvigorate us, to cleanse us, to heal us, to detoxify us. Detoxing is a huge one, very huge one. But our wish fulfillment is there, and it's like right there, right in front of us. All we need to do is grab it and pick it and eat it. It's right there in front of us. However, if we're not in the vibration of that, if we're in the vibration of like, stress, fear, um, disappointment, and that disappointing energy, I felt it right away as soon as I started this reading. I felt that, like, God damn, when is it my time? When can I get that, you know, that hot person, in my life that is passionate and that is full of passion for me and full of, you know, joy and excitement about life. And, that exciting new thing or that thing that I've been dreaming about for so long, why can't that just manifest in my life? Well, you're probably not vibrating on that level right now. You've been vibrating on the level of lack. But things are going to level out very, very soon. I know we've been in this energy for a long time, but things are going to balance for you. Things are going to balance very, very soon. Whether you like it or not, the scales are going to start to balance. And which way they tip once they become balanced is completely up to you. So it can balance in your favor or not in your favor, but that's entirely up to you. You have to align yourself to it. So it takes a bit of effort on your part to align yourself to this energy. So we got the world twice. So that's just the world is your oyster. The world is the totality of experience. The totality the totality of your reality. And the outcome is like so open and so um, unknown. You create it, you make it, but you have to come in very bold and very powerful with this and realize who you are. This is who I am. Nobody can tell me who I am, and nobody can tell me what to do with the next phase of my life. This is my choice. This is my choice. So I can choose lack or I can choose abundance. I can choose suffering or I can choose joy and happiness. It's all a choice. And a lot of the times we don't align with it because things happen in our life which make us believe that we never had a choice to begin with, and it's that we're just being tossed around by the universe and we have no control over it, but that's not true. You do have a certain amount of control over what goes on. You've already made these agreements. Your soul made these agreements long before. However, your fate is not fixed. It's what you make it. It's not fixed. So, well, we got this twice. Okay, so we got justice twice. We got the world twice. Um, yeah. So it's just confirming that you have the power. But once you have the power, what are you going to do with that power? You can have the power and not see your blessings. So it's very important to know where you're going to go with it. So let's figure that part out, and then we'll close out our reading. Yeah. So you're being forced to rise at this time. You're being forced to confront the things that you've been procrastinating about and pushing away. You're being forced to confront your shadow self, that darkness within you that causes you to experience dysfunction, chaos, and suffering. This underworld that exists within you that scares the crap out of you. Within that darkness, there is magic. So it's not about confronting your darkness, it's about embracing you and all the aspects of you and realizing the truth that you are not your past, you are not your future. You are now present, this is you. So, whatever happened in the past was very dark, but you don't have, it doesn't have to turn the light off on your future or your present. So, that can be an uncomfortable truth um, that you need to realize that what happened in the past wasn't you. It wasn't you, the you that you are now. You are a different person. And just the fact that you realize that what went on in the past is not you now. You have just the realization of that cancels out the experience of what you went through. And in that mindset, you can heal. You can heal that past. You'll never forget it. You know, it's not about forgetting what happened. It's not about um, living in denial of what happened. You don't have to deny the existence of this other past, of your past, of this, the past that you remember experiencing. But that's not you now. And you are creating a new reality with every choice that you make. So your choices now determine your future and experience and what's going to happen with you. So don't be afraid of making the right choice. You're not going to make the wrong choice. Whatever choice that you make where there's a bad result in the future is not because of you not learning your lesson. I mean, it may be, but you wouldn't have known the lesson. If you didn't learn your lesson, you wouldn't have even realized how bad things were or what the results were. I don't know if this is making sense, but I'm talking very clearly about guilt here. Whatever you're feeling guilty about. I don't know why that's coming up, but I just feel like you need to hear that in this time. Yeah. So you need to connect now with that darkness, whatever it is. Because we all have that within us. We have light and we have dark. And people who think they're just light are fooling themselves. People who think they're just dark are fooling themselves. You have light and dark within you. And right now, I think it's a good idea to dance. You need to dance, even in your heart. Some people are like, oh no, I don't dance. But dancing is very healing. And listening to music that really ignites you, that soothes you, but also ignites you, that reminds you of better times. because we can get so caught up in our darkness and our past, or like just the unsatisfactory of the now, that we can forget to dance in our heart, in our spirit, or just physically. We can forget to reignite positive experience, memories, core memories. And music is a great catalyst for that. I mean, today, um, I wasn't having a very good morning for particular reasons that I won't get into, but I wasn't having a very good morning. And so I just decided, no, I'm not, I'm going to choose to not engage with this. And I'm going to do something that makes, that will reignite a different experience and a different feeling. And, the algorithms on my phone popped up Gypsy Kings. Um, and when I was a kid, I listened to a lot of Gypsy Kings. So I just decided to put my speakers on in my house while I got ready for the day, and prepared, for the day, and I played Gypsy Kings. And even though there was still the negative energy going on around me at the time, the Gypsy Kings just kind of drowned it out because Gypsy Kings is very loud, very aggressive, um, very aggressive singing, very aggressive guitars, and very loud. The singing is very like from the stomach. It's very like pouring out and belting out, and it kind of drowned out what was going on, and um, it was almost like a fight. It felt like there was a fight going on between the Gypsy Kings and the bad energy in the room. And I was just kind of enjoying the experience of observing this. Um, and the Gypsy Kings, listening to that, unlock those core memories and those feelings of like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back in like a health food store when I was a kid and with my mom or whatever walking around the health food store. I remembered that feeling. I could smell the smells. Those health food store very pungent smells, and um or the feeling of being in a coffee shop back in the day when coffee shops were cool and everybody read, and there are big couches and the smells of like the cigarette smoke mixing with the roasting coffee, and or the hot, the different, just the energy, the atmosphere of like a healthy cafe with Gypsy Kings playing, or just a health food store, stuff like that. It just felt very healing. It felt very just, that youthful energy came back into me, and I felt very good. Okay, so let's get into, since I think that, yeah, so let's get into more homework assignments. So, your homework assignment for today, homework assignment, is going to be to listen to music from your past. Um, this is not a discovery thing. This is reigniting something from your past that causes your memory to awaken and your molecules to ignite, or that fire energy, right? So that's one thing, to dance, to reignite, to light the fire of passion within you for yourself and your core memories, the good memories, right? So we're realizing that our darkness is no longer, um, the darkness of the past and guilt and all that. That's no longer a thing. We want to reignite the passion within us and feel passion for ourselves within us, for what's to come. And life is not unsatisfactory when we can always tap in. We can always tap in to those good core feelings, memories, and unlock those things, because they will be instantly unlocked. It's like when I heard the Gypsy Kings and I could smell the coffee shop or the health food store. My core memory is very strong, but all it took was listening to those sounds, to that singing. Okay, so another one we can do which is just coming out with cards. Witch bottle. So you can quite literally cast a spell and create a witch bottle. So a witch bottle can contain positive or negative energies, and you can just create a bottle and put things in it that kind of represent what you're either trying to get rid of or what you're trying to contain. So if you're really having a difficult time with processing what's going on and with confronting what's going on within you or outside of you, a witch bottle can be helpful. Um, I don't often recommend this, like spellcraft to just anyone because there's a lot involved. There's a lot involved. I'm not talking about fearful energy. You don't have to approach this kind of thing with fear. It's just a visual, it's a permission slip. So it's just a visual representation of intention. So it's intention. It's focused. It's a focus. It's a way for you to focus energy. Um, and a wish bottle can be uh, a powerful representation of your situation, contained and controlled. So it's a way to control what's going on. You don't have to do that. A lot of the work that is required in this is very much internal, very much personal. But you can also do that. And that's something that you can research on your own. What kind of witch bottle to create. There's all kinds. Um, and just be very careful about, what you're drawing to yourself and what your intentions are. You have to be very clear on your intentions because it can be all fun and games until you feel like or others feel uncomfortable with what you're doing. So that's just a disclaimer. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with spellcraft, but it's just something that you need to do a lot of research on and be very clear about your intentions with that. So that can be extra credit. Is you can create a witch bottle, um, and there's all kinds of ways that you can focus energy to the witch bottle. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I don't plan to do that. My plan for this is to just focus on the main homework assignment, which is um, to reignite your passion within by forgiving. You don't have there's nothing to forget, but realizing that the shame that you and the guilt that you carry is no longer valid because you have very much overcome that long ago, and you're not the same person now. And that's an interesting concept that I'm still personally not too clear on. It's like I'm not the same person that I was before, or I'm not that person that you know had that experience. Um, but no, you're not. You're not. I don't know why it's hard for me to grasp this, but eventually I think I will grasp it. But yeah, just I personally just plan to do the main homework assignment, which is reignite passion within and not worry about the unsatisfactory conditions or things not going how I envisioned it in my mind because I'm in full control of my reality. And I'm going to leave it at that. Ahui ho. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll be back with another energy update. Aloha.